Let's read some AmITheJerk stories. Thanks for tuning in to Kazu Reads Reddit. From Equivalent Fund 2387, AmITheJerk for refusing to lend my car to my friend after they returned it late twice. Alright, let's see what the story is all about. I have a friend who has needed to borrow my car a few times because they don't have reliable transportation. I was happy to help at first because I understand that things happen and everyone needs support sometimes. The problem is that both times they borrowed it, they returned it much later than we agreed. First time, they were a few hours late and apologized. The second time, they kept changing the return time and I ended up having to rearrange my own plans. Recently, they asked to borrow my car again and I said I wasn't comfortable lending it out anymore. They told me I was being dramatic and that friends should help each other out. I don't think they are a bad person, but I feel like my time and trust weren't being respected. Alright, so before we actually read the comments, let me just say that I really dislike it when people lack accountability. They're the ones who are at fault and they're the ones playing the victim card and calling you out like this, saying that you're not a good friend where in fact you were, and they don't have any accountability. I hate that. It's like people are, instead of taking responsibility and taking action to change themselves, they're actually telling you that you're the one who's being dramatic, you're the one who needs to change. So I think that's wrong, that's unfair, and yeah. I'm excited to read the comments because I think people, who have experienced these kinds of friends, we all know that these kinds of friends, sometimes they're just, being selfish. But let's see what the comments are. From Shredder's Wheat, not the jerk for refusing to lend an item worth thousands of dollars to someone who doesn't keep their word. They don't respect your time and trust. You're 100% correct there. All right. And it's not just the value. Even if it's not $1,000, even if it's, a small item, but it's important to you, you need it, and you gave it to someone because you just wanted to help out that person, even though you also need it, even if it's just a small item, right? It's all the same. I agree, they don't really fully respect your time and trust, and at the same time, like I've mentioned before, they're just thinking about their own needs, not yours. Right? And because you're the owner, you have the right. Don't feel guilty about it. Just refuse in allowing people to borrow your car, and actually that's already an act from a really good friend, and I think the OP is a really good friend, a generous friend. Okay, let's see the next comment from Potato Monster 20, and this is gonna be a long one. Not the jerk, but you shouldn't be lending your car to anyone at all, not unless you're wealthy enough that you could replace it without feeling the purchase price at all. It's a hugely expensive asset, not a pen. Yep, that's correct. Imagine if instead of returning it late, they'd let you know it had been totaled in a crash. Not even necessarily one that was their fault. Ouch. Now you're dealing with insurance, trying to get money together, and searching for a new car that might be okay getting it inspected. If someone you care about needs a ride and you're available to drive them yourself, great. If not, they need to figure out a plan on their own. Yep, definitely agree. If this is something that they're gonna need for a long time, right? Long term, they should make a plan on how to do it. There's also public transportation. They have to walk. They have their legs, right? They also have the capacity to walk. And as mentioned, it's okay to be generous, but don't let people abuse you because you are enabling them to also abuse others in case you become unavailable for them, okay? Next comment. From Historical State 275, not the jerk. I honestly can't understand people taking such a huge risk when they lend others an extremely dangerous machine they are responsible for. The amount of liability is just tremendous. Yep, that's correct. It's something I'd consider in an emergency, but not for anything else. Feel free to say insurance says no and leave it at that. All right. So this is very logical and well explained. Yep. So if you're the OP and you're listening right now, or you were able to read the comments, I think we are in agreement that you're not the jerk, and your friends are actually, they're the ones who are being jerks for playing the victim card when they lack accountability. I hate that. Again, I hate that when people play the victim card where in fact they lack accountability and responsibility for themselves, and they're trying to pull in other people down. Okay, so leave your comments or drop down your comments below if you feel that we also agree that the OP is not the jerk, and let us know if this happened to you as well. Okay, we're moving on to the next story. From Dr. Publissimo, am I the jerk for asking my brother to shave his beard for my daughter's wedding? All right, so let's read more into the story. I've got a brother who grows his beard and hair out really wild. It's pretty unkempt a lot of the time. I think he keeps it up enough to prevent dreads from forming. I invited him to my daughter's wedding. I asked him if, just for one day, if he could shave his beard and have his hair cut short like a politician running for office, just for one day, and he could go back to wearing it his regular way. Well, he showed up to the wedding and still had his beard and long hair. I reminded him of my request and told his adult son I'd asked him to shave it for just one day. He did point out how he'd trimmed it all up and cut all the homelessness out of the beard. Okay, that's funny. No one would think he's homeless now. I didn't kick him out of the wedding. I think he and the other guests had a pretty good time at the party. Was I a jerk for asking him to shave his beard? All right, so I'm interested to see the comments. Let's go. From Use Clock 4627, yes, you're the jerk. If someone asks you to dye your hair a certain color for their aesthetic, would that be okay? Or wear a wig? No, what you asked isn't okay either. The reasons you had don't matter. It is that simple, and you should apologize to your brother for being a jerk to him instead of accepting. All right, so we have our first comment, and here's what I think. I understand that there are certain ceremonies where we want to look our best, or we want our other family members to look their best, maybe because we're looking after them, not just because we are being selfish, right? In this case, I am leaning towards not messing with the brother's beard or hair. If you're really not comfortable with their beard or hair, don't invite them in the first place. That's that simple. If you're going to add a condition, inviting them to it's not even your own wedding. On top of that, it's your daughter's wedding. So I think the parent, I'm not sure if this is overstepping, but others might think that this is overstepping from the parents' side. But you should accept your brother for their style, for who they are. You can, you should, but if it poses danger, if there's immediate risk, then yeah, definitely you have to make adjustments, or you have to tell them to make adjustments. But hair, I don't think anyone died because of long hair, long beard during a wedding ceremony. All right? So if you're worried about your own reputation, I think just don't invite your brother instead if you cannot accept them and add conditions upon inviting them. Okay, it might be offensive to the brother. They might not just say anything, but for me it's a bit uncool to do that. And I agree with the first comment. You won't dye your hair out just for aesthetic reasons. Okay, yeah. So I still have more thoughts to share, but I want to see the next comment. From Rod Harrett 50399, the photos will always be look and awesome, uncle whoever as his authentic self. Okay, that sentence doesn't make sense. I think what he means is the photos will always look awesome with the daughter's uncle by just being his authentic self, right? And I do agree. Take note, guys, that hair has become a part of someone's identity. If he's growing his beard or his hair, most likely it has meaning for him because nobody grows their hair or their beard that long or that wild if it doesn't have any meaning or purpose for their life. So again, this is just a matter of, matter of acceptance. If it's not harming anyone, if it's just a matter of pride or ego, or you're worried about your own reputation because you're with someone who looks homeless, that speaks more about you, not about them and your audience or guests. Because people who are open-minded, people who are cool, they don't have any problems with it, right? If you agree with what I just said, drop your comments below. If you disagree, go ahead, drop your comments right below. I'll move on to the next comment then. From Combover Christ, you invited him to your daughter's wedding? Shouldn't your daughter and the fiancé be the ones doing the inviting? Seems like you're overstepping all around. All right, and I've mentioned this earlier that the sibling or the parent might be overstepping on their daughter's wedding. Well, unless the daughter asked this person to invite other family members or relatives into the wedding. Okay, so yeah, that's her second story. And what do you think? Would you agree if your family member invited you to their wedding or their special occasion and they added a special condition that you had to adjust your hair, you had to adjust your makeup, you had to adjust the way you dress or whatever, right? Would you agree to that? Okay, I'll be moving on to the next story, but it's something to think about. From Vegetable Fox 5525, am I the jerk for not wanting to start a company? Alright, so this one lacks context. We have no idea what he's saying, so let's read the story. So, 28 and been unemployed for over a year and been job searching, applying, and landed an interview this week. So I was doing part-time work for my father as well, but one thing he was really pushing for was me to start a company. Okay, so his dad is asking him to start a company. He was saying since I have PR now in Canada, I can apply for grants. And when I told him my laptop was buggy, he said, when you register your company, you can file it down as an asset to get a new one. Oh, and he was saying I can hire my sister next year or your company can cover/arrange the logistics for an event he was working. Okay, the thing is, I don't want to as I have no idea what to sell and have no experience. I feel my dad thinks starting a company is easy as applying for grants, requires a business plan and takes time, and he acts as if I'm going to do it. Also, I feel he thinks it's gonna be some big company such as me hiring my sister in less than a year when she could get experience from a reputable place. Finds out my friend has a business but his is very small and he's not hiring and he has a full-time job elsewhere. And it's not giant, nor is he making tons of cash. I think what he means here is the business is not that big and that other person is not making tons of cash. And when I tell him no, he says he feels I don't have a sense of urgency, but starting a company is not easier than job searching. TLDR, too long didn't read. Am I the jerk for not starting a company? All right, so I have my own thoughts about this, but let's have the comments first. From Chris Music Moon, absolutely not the jerk. Okay, I was self-employed most of my working life. It takes many skills, self-motivation, people skills, the list is endless. All in addition to the core service or product you are trying to deliver. The only time I really made money was when I was a subcontractor and someone who really knew what they were doing took care of business. It's hard enough for you to have a passion for what you're building. Without that, forget it. Your dad, I'm sure, has your best interests at heart, but in this case, he is mistaken. Right, I kind of feel that the father's intentions here are really good, but the way, the execution, or the process on how to, get that peace of mind or security for his son, he's going about it the wrong way. First, I don't always agree when parents try to meddle with their lives' kids by, trying to have their own plans as parents be done or adopted by their children. I don't always agree by that unless the children or, the son likes to do so on his own volition. In this case, he doesn't want to do what his father is asking him to do. Okay, he might. Yeah, it's true. He might, he might learn a lot from starting a business. He might even get lucky, or he might, be successful he might be successful in running a business and get tons of help. But if you're not motivated and you don't want to do this, don't do it. Okay, the opposite is also true. There's risk that you will fail because your heart is not into it. Okay, I think that's important for fathers and their children as well, for them to be in agreement on what they are going to plan, what they're planning to do together as a family. So there's definitely wisdom with your decision, OP, to not run your own business. Maybe in the future you might change your mind, but for now, don't do it. Okay, if your heart's not into it. Okay, so let's go to the next comment. From Tap Dancer 556011, not the jerk, not at all. I monetized skills, but it didn't fit me. I love my skills and now I create. I'm an artist, and if someone else likes it, I give it away. All right. Yeah. So I think we're all in full support of the OP of just doing what you want to do in life. So I think the best solution here is to really find what you're passionate about, make money out of it, and then present that to your father. I think that satisfies and fulfills both what you need to do for your life, and that also will make your father happy. Okay? So next comment. It's easy if you have no plans and don't care if you fail. I'm not insinuating that you feel that way. I am, however, agreeing that starting a business is easy if you simply don't care. I admire you wanting to do something with purpose. Just try your best to seize the right opportunity for your time, as you've got a good head on your shoulders. Agreed. For other people, they think it's easy to start a business if you don't care if you fail. But in this case, the OP does care, so it's hard to start a business. It's hard to start a hobby if your heart is not into it. We'll go back to that over and over again, right? So, if you can relate to this story, feel free to let us know down in the comments, and I'll be moving on to the next story. Am I the jerk for asking/following up on an event? Alright, let's see what this story is about. So I overheard people from a course I was in for over a month talking about the party they were hosting, and I asked where it was out of curiosity. And someone asked if I wanted to come. So thought it would be weird to say sure or follow up, as I was not invited at first. But thought it over and asked if it was fine and got this message. Hello, I am afraid that too many people are already going, more than 10, and I'm afraid we will not fit. Plus, I don't know you that well yet. Could we maybe go out some other day after summer break? Sorry for the delay. So I only did follow up because I was asked first and their reply was fine, and I get it, but am I the jerk here, to be honest? To TLDR, am I the jerk for following up? Alright. This post doesn't have any comments yet when I captured this from Reddit. So here's what I would like to say about this. Don't worry about it, okay? You probably were feeling that it's okay to ask, and there's nothing wrong in asking, to be honest. If you feel like this is a friendly group of people, and at the same time, no, you're not the jerk. Let me tell you that you're not the jerk for following up. Okay, you simply wanted to follow up. Based on my perception, you simply wanted to follow up because you're also interested in mingling with them, in being friendly, and in showing courtesy and respect, because you were asked by someone else among the group, and you're making a courtesy follow-up, is what I would say. Now, in terms of the one who's hosting the party or the people who are going there, I do understand where they're coming from. It's really possible, let's give them the benefit of the doubt as well, that it's really possible. Don't worry about it, that because they don't know you that well yet, there might be a chance in the future that when you've bonded over, regular stuff or daily things, they might invite you next time, right? And if you wanted to go, then maybe they will be the ones to ask you. And I would like to also say that I don't think that the host is also a jerk, because they were very clear in their refusal or in the reason why they won't be able to invite you, because the place is already occupied. They know their limits as well. There's 10 people, right? And yeah, good reason they don't know you well yet. Right? So, yeah. And for the friend who asked you in the first place, I don't think they're being a jerk as well, because they're just, trying to be friendly, not doing anything mean or passive aggressive, something like that, right? So, if you can relate with this story, let us know. Let us know down in the comments below. And if you love the content or the video, you know what to do. And we'll see you next time on Kazu Reads Reddit for the next episode.